Bardown Beauties with Jessi Pierce and Kirsten Krull. Two hockey minds trapped in bodies that can't skate. They may have never laced them up, but they'll break it all down with sharp takes and plenty of laughs. This is Hockey Talk, the Beauties way.
What's going on, everybody's? Jessi Pierce, Kirsten Krull, Bardown Beauties. I just want to celebrate us for a moment because this is episode 300 of Bardown Beauties. Like, wow.
God, I love celebrating us. I love celebrating myself. I love celebrating, period.
Employee of the month over here. Right?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, for anyone listening, I just had to make a newsletter about myself, so that was fun.
It's fascinating. But 300, and nobody loves like round 100 numbers like the NHL. So I feel like 300 is appropriate for us to celebrate as well.
Big facts.
Yeah. Here we are. Who would have thunk? It's almost been, this started in 2019. December 31st was the first episode of 2019. And then like COVID kind of derailed, but actually didn't derail. It made us thrive.
Flourished, if you will.
Mm-hmm. You know who's not flourishing as much? The Minnesota Wild. However, I would like to say I'm not panicking necessarily. Sure, they have lost 2 in a row in regulation, 3 since the shootout loss to Buffalo. An incredibly terrible showing in Calgary, and also not great showing in Vancouver. They play Seattle tonight, Monday night when we are recording this. I don't know how that's going to go. You would expect them to probably come out victorious, but I expected them to win their past 2 games. In fact, their past 3 games. But something about it, Kirsten, and I don't know if it's just me being level-headed and just, I mean, you knew that they weren't going to extend their point streak. They can't win every game, right? And Jesper Velstedt and Philip Gustafsson can't bail them out all the time. So my panic level is not quite there, but there's concern creeping back in for where the Minnesota Wild are at based on their performances in Calgary and Vancouver notably.
I'm kind of panicking, and I'm kind of sounding the alarm. You dropped three straight games to 3 of the worst teams in the entire National Hockey League. Like, yes, you're not going to win them all, but it's inexcusable to lose 3 straight games to 3 of the bottom teams. Like, I'm so frustrated watching this team play down to our opponent. Like, we go from playing the game that we did, best game of the whole season against the Colorado Avalanche, the damn best team in the entire NHL, to then dropping 3 straight to the bottom feeders of the league. Now we play the Seattle Kraken tonight. One of another team that's not good. I think we're going to lose. Because why wouldn't we at this point? I'm mad. It's annoying. Yeah. It's frustrating.
You're right. And I mean, you could make the argument for the Buffalo performance based on the emotions that went into the game prior to that against Colorado, right? Like that one, I will give them a pass on. I will give them an excuse. And sure, it's the NHL, so teams are good and it's any given night. But you're right. I mean, there's frustration because like, what is this team? Again, like we realized you were probably somewhere in between the October version and the November version. No doubt, right? There was no question. But it is interesting, like, how are you not able to put your bootstraps on and go? Because this team isn't going to be able to rely on skill and talent. We'll get into the offensive struggles in general in just a minute. But you're going to need to work hard. And it just seems, it felt like the effort wasn't there in Calgary and the effort wasn't there in Vancouver. And it's puzzling because how can it not be? You guys already dug yourselves this hole. How can it not be there every night?
Yep. Well, and I will say this. Yes, their plane broke down, 2 games in a row on this road trip.
Yeah, that is
and I don't
weird.
think they even got to Vancouver until like 1 a.m. Pacific time coming out of like Winnipeg. I don't really remember all the details, but I just know the plane broke down twice.
Yeah.
But so maybe that played a little bit of a factor, but regardless, like you should be ready to go.
It is. I mean, it feels like this team's, I'm going to use the word fragile, which I know John Hines does not care for that word fragile. Kevin Gorg has mentioned that about this team. This team is far too fragile to go anywhere in the playoffs, right? Like I think they make the playoffs at this point, but they're too fragile to get beyond that first round. I don't have belief in this team because of the fragility surrounding them constantly.
I don't know. Because now I'm questioning everything I saw the entire month of November based on this road trip. And I really hope it doesn't carry over at home this week.
It's a lot of home games. Right now, they're 35 points, good for 3rd still in the Central as of this morning, Monday morning. 10 back from Dallas. Now, we had talked about a little bit last week how The Central is the toughest, but the Anaheim Ducks are flying. You like that one? I just thought of that one. They're doing their good things. Dallas is now without Tyler Seguin for the year, which is going to be a blow to them. But I mean, are the Minnesota Wild good enough to maintain that third spot? Do you think they slip into the wild card? Do you think they'd be better off in the wild card spot?
I'm heavily thinking they're going to be in the postseason. They are. Like, it's just going to be what it's been the last few years every time they've made the postseason, where it comes down to the final game of the season and other team dependent. That's what it's going to come down to. I'm calling it right now based on the ebbs and flows of this team. I do think they'd almost be better in the wild card spot. Like, look how it's stacked right now. It's Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, and people have made very good points. Like, first of all, this is opening up a whole other discussion, but yes, they need to go back to the 1 through 8 playoff format. Like, the playoff format right now, bogus. Like, there's no reason. I mean, it's true. You'd be getting a Western Conference final game basically out of the Central right now, the way the NHL standings are. So therefore, a team's getting eliminated in the first round that should go further. So you need to go back to 1 through 8 alone. I do think the Wild at this point would almost be better in a wild card spot.
Yeah, and that's a question for Q's at the Buttes coming up a little bit later too, but it's very interesting. I mean, it's very volatile right now, it seems, in the NHL as far as the Minnesota Wild are concerned. They're up, they're down, but you were going in against Calgary and Vancouver. Vancouver had lost like 6 of 7 heading into that game, and they were without Elias Pettersson. I hadn't even heard of their goaltender, not meaning to be disrespectful, but I had no idea who he was. It seems like, Kirsten, the more concerning thing is you're not getting the scoring. Unless Krull or Matt Boldy are scoring, there are no goals. For reference, Marcus Johansson has just 2 goals in his last 15 games after being the savior and the goal scorer in the month of October. Marcus Foligno, who's obviously still hurt, none in 23 games. Ryan Hartman, just 2 goals in 24 games. And Eric Sinek, as we talked about last week, not really producing offensively, 4 goals. There is no secondary scoring on this team. Like, that's a blanket statement. You don't have any secondary scoring outside your top 6.
No, you don't. Joel Eriksson, he does get a pass in my book because he does so many other intangible things on the ice. Whereas the others, if they're not on the score sheet, it's a little less obvious. Now, I'm not saying they don't do anything. Like, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, like, yes, they are doing something, just not producing. Whereas Joel Eriksson, it's easier to point out the other things that he does oh so well.
The harder thing is they're not capitalizing on their opportunities. And that was a big message John Hines had after the game, is we're not getting to the chances. We're creating them, but we're not finishing them. So again, it goes back to in my opinion, where is the effort? Like, why are you not getting those second and third opportunities? Like, where is some of that effort? Yes, Eric Sinek is that guy that I expect to be around the goal mouth, but Yakov Trenin, who is leading in hits and who was great in assisting on goals. I can't remember if that was Calgary or Vancouver, because they kind of blend together with late nights, but you still need some of those Liam Ogren also, right? We've been praising, like, let's get Ogren in the lineup. Let's get him doing things. I need to see him starting to find the score sheet, because his skill set is indeed offensive production, and we're not getting that. Like, you love that you have superstars, but good teams have more than just their superstars contributing.
These are facts.
These are facts.
I mean, secondary scoring seemingly is an issue year after year after year in sporadic bursts. Yeah. So what does it come down to at the end of the day? I don't know.
It's trade. You make trades. I can't wait to talk about that too. The other thing you saw in this weekend's games, again, not to harp too much on the past, we'll look forward to the future as well, but you saw Jesper and Gus not able to bail the team out. And I wouldn't necessarily say, like, it looked a little off for both goalies in net. Again, they're continuing that rotation. But you definitely saw a dip in their ability, because as we talked about last week, and Kirsten, I think you said it, you're relying almost too much on your goaltending to get you out of this. Like, you can't be doing that defensively. Again, they still have looked pretty sound, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to score goals. Like, you can't have Jesper and Gus bail you out in games that they shouldn't have to bail you out in, as a matter of fact.
Especially, I mean, they shouldn't have to bail you out because you're playing the worst team. Scoring should be a lot easier than it has been. I mean, point blank, that's what it is. Like, you should be able to score on the 3 worst teams in the league.
You'd think so. That being said, with the way that these games played out, I don't believe they've announced the starting goaltender for tonight. It should be Philip Gustafson if they're continuing the rotation. But do you go back to riding a hot goalie after this? And is that goalie Jesper instead? I mean, his first regulation loss came against Vancouver. When do you consider not doing the rotation anymore? Because now they've lost 2. Again, I give half a point because they get a point from the Buffalo loss, but you've lost 2 in regulation to a defensively terrible team and one of the worst teams in the West in Calgary and Vancouver. Would you make that change?
I don't know. I'm probably being extra critical and harsh on this team here this morning, but in my opinion, I don't know. Overall, it's just really unacceptable. Like, this little stretch. I mean, and that's what it is. It's unacceptable to be performing this way right now after what you had shown. So I don't know. Like, I kind of want to see one more game from each goaltender, but honestly, overall, I really haven't been that impressed with Gus as of late. I almost am ready just to say, with Wallstedt being as hot as he has been, just keep him in net for a stretch and see how it goes.
What about it? Is it because Jesper's been getting more of the attention and because they're shutouts, or in your opinion, what is it that's kind of, I don't want to say turned you off, because I think Philip Gustafson also is a part of this tandem that has seen success, but what has it been about Jesper that's put him an edge above Philip Gustafson in your opinion?
Just feel like he has my confidence right now because he's been more consistent. When Philip Gustafson has come into the conversation, I've seen loftier goals, or some of the goals slide through that just shouldn't happen when he's been in net, whereas Wallstedt's been more sound.
Yeah.
And I think that's been the difference.
I think because they're 2 different goaltenders, the way that they play and the way that the defense plays in front of them, as we've discussed. I just wonder, like, Jesper's getting the attention right now, but there's something more comforting about the way that Jesper plays. There's something less chaotic sometimes about Philip Gustafson, despite the celebrations, but also there should be. He was a first-round selection. He should be getting those looks and those starts, right? I mean, I would agree. I would start Jesper if we were to look at riding the hot hand until you can't anymore. Because you know what you have in Philip Gustafson, right? You know what he's capable of. You know what he brings. It's similar to playing the young guys up front. Play the young guy in net too, just to see, because you can always lean on Gus because you know he will be steady and stable back there. It might not be as, flashy the way Jesper does it. I don't know.
And I mean, too, one of the biggest strong suits for Gus this season has been how strong he's been in net during the third period of games. Yeah. And at least I don't know, recently hasn't been great.
And that's part of the problem for the Wild in general, is holding on to those leads. Like,
playing a full 60 minutes and not losing the lead in the third period or scoring on your own net from dropping the puck in your own net, forcing overtime. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm sorry. I'm still mad about that. That never should have happened.
As we talked about, they close this 4-game road trip. They come back home against a mix of opponents, right? You've got Dallas, which is a huge 2 points in the division. That's on Thursday. Then you've got an afternoon puck drop against the Ottawa Senators, who are pretty good. Brady Tkachuk's back in action there, right? So you've got to deal with that. Can we just, side note, I don't love their podcast. Have you listened to their podcast?
I have no interest in listening to their podcast.
It's trying to be too much of the Kelseys, right? It's just, you're not. I don't know that they have necessarily the personality that you would need. I think Matthew Tkachuk is very entertaining, but I think
he carries, from what I've heard, he carries it
more.
But I don't know. I just don't think it's there.
I'm bummed because I would love to see like a hockey player.
I'd love to see the Hughes brothers. I feel like they'd have some unhinged things to say.
Yeah, but I can't watch Quinn. Like, I would have to do a non-visual way of listening.
Luke and Jack would carry it, and we all know Jack has the time right now. So.
Wow. You're just hoping for some like Tate McRae tea to spill out of a Hughes
maybe
podcast.
That too. I don't know.
Right? I mean, I think that would be wildly popular.
It would be. It would be. I don't know. Maybe Quinn would give something. I know he always looks so like grumpy and depressed.
Just I can't like
But
he has
and
zero
I'm sorry,
emotion.
Jack cut his finger open at team dinner on a glass. I'm sorry. Like you're gonna get chirped for that.
You have so many people that are now injured too by way of like a grilling accident. There was another guy that just got burnt too from kitchen. Like, what is
It's the
happening?
mummies under the Prudential Center.
Well, it's not even the Devils though. It's like beyond. It's just the NHL is becoming cursed. But yeah, I would have loved to see their podcast Wingmen be great. It's just not. Even the clips, I'm just like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it. But anyway, you got the Ottawa Senators, and then you have the Boston Bruins on the second half of a back-to-back Sunday night, and then Washington to close out that next Tuesday. How do you think they're going to do on this trip, given everything that we have seen in the past 3 games?
I really don't know. That's kind of where I'm at. I just don't know. I feel honestly, I don't know. I feel we do feel I need to stop saying we because I am not physically a member of the team.
Not yet.
I feel the team does the exact opposite of what you think they're going to do. Like on this stretch, you expect them to have a winning, maybe not even a winning streak, but win more than they've lost. And we've dropped every game on this road trip thus far.
Yeah.
But I think we'll come home, we'll play a Dallas Stars team and win. That's just, I don't know. I feel we play really, really well against strong teams, and then we just play down to our opponents when we shouldn't be.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I just really hope this stretch they're on right now does not carry over into home because we do have so many home games coming up.
Yeah, it's a lot of weekends. It's literally every weekend. But they're early games, you know?
Yeah, I suppose, but that means I have to get up early.
Yeah, that's true. See, it's nice also because I don't have morning skates on those days. Because as you guys know, it's all about what Kirsten and I, what makes us happy when it comes to game days.
Obviously.
Yeah, they need to win against Dallas, though. I'd like to see a victory against the Stars, just out of pure fun.
Would you, though? Would you?
Yeah, you know what? For some reason, and this is gonna be shocking, the Stars aren't doing it for me as much this year. Like my love and affection has maybe it's because Nathan McKinnon is so incredible to watch. So now I'm an Avs person. If their fans didn't suck, he's so fun. Like, did you see him toe drag and just bury that game-winning goal the other night? Like, my God, he's got like 50 points. Like, he's unreal.
You just sound like a bandwagon right now.
I know. It's easy.
You really do. Winnipeg, riding Winnipeg's coattails last few seasons. Now you're like, Stars aren't doing it for me, but the Avs are. Like, that's very bandwagon.
You know, it is true.
And it deserves to be called out.
It's easier to like teams that are winning, I guess, right? Like, that's just the bottom line.
I'm done with this conversation.
They're just way more fun. Kirsten, have you started your Christmas shopping yet?
No. I can say this because he's never going to listen to this podcast. The only person I've bought for is my brother, and so far he's gotten socks.
Your brother doesn't listen to this podcast because you buy him socks for Christmas. Like, that's
my brother just doesn't like sports, let alone hockey. He's never going to listen to this podcast.
I mean, again, if you're buying him socks, what kind of socks are these? Like,
They're
nice
Nike
socks?
They're nice socks. They're like those black Nike socks.
Okay, like, all right.
Like, I went to the Nike store and got them. Like, they're nice.
I'll allow it, I guess, possibly. But in case you haven't,
that's what my mom told me to get. I mean, that's not all he's getting. But I don't know. He made me mad the other day, so maybe it is all he's getting. I don't know.
Sibling love. That's adorable. I get my brother a case of beer, and that's good as it gets for him. So, but if you have Christmas shopping to do, the Score North auction is going underway. Starts on Friday, goes until next Thursday, the 18th, until 8 p.m. Save up to 70% on all your holiday shopping with Score North Holiday Auction online. Visit Score North keyword auction to register. 75 rounds of golf with cart at Deer River. Sounds kind of fun. That's valued at over $6,000. Tons of different items, like I mentioned. Visit scorenorth.com and enter keyword auction to register, view, and bid on some items. Also, while you're out holiday shopping, you know who's got some good garb? Our friends at Soda Stick. That's right. Soda Stick just restocked that The Wall of St. Paul t-shirt that everybody had sold out immediately. They've got tons of different garb, not just hockey, obviously. Vikings, Twins, everything. Go to sodastick.com. Go ahead and toss down Bardown Beauties at checkout too for 15% off discount. I haven't done any shopping yet. I've got a couple things for the kids, but that's not nearly enough.
I'm gonna go to my favorite coffee shop later and I'm gonna sit down and really Christmas shop. It needs to happen. It's bad. I'm getting stressed because everything I order for people is always online.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is customized stuff. It is December 8th today. Is it going to get here in time for Christmas? I don't know. We will all find out soon if I do it today.
Go on this journey together. Let's dive into some cues with the Beauts before we wrap things up with buy or sell. Our first cue, Kirsten, coming from Bruce B. The lack of depth scoring is a big problem. Do you see BG waiting until the deadline to make a move for a top 6 scoring forward or make a move sooner than that? We talked about how terrible it was, Kirsten. Is Billy going to bring in somebody before that March 8th deadline, or is he going to wait and let things play out?
Oh, I definitely think before, without a doubt. And the reason I say that is I think he's already looking and shopping. I think it was Russo that tweeted it, but he was at the Colorado game when the Isles were there playing, or the Islanders, whatever. Yeah. I think he was looking. Why else would you be at? I mean, yeah, Team USA, Olympics. Yes, there's USA. That as well, obviously, that he's also doing, but I think he's keeping an eye out as well.
Kiefer Sherwood is a name that has been rumored. Do you dislike? I don't know. He seems very much a Bill Guerin type of player.
Indifferent.
That's fair. But still. Do you want to ask the next question, or do you want me to just do questions?
I don't know. I feel like you just take them away.
I don't mean to. You can pick your next question.
Are the Wild better with Vladimir Tarasenko in the lineup or without him? From Derek F. 2 goals in 22 games.
Well, that's my notes.
Without him, and 1-2-1 since he returned.
Enough said. Those are my notes, right? That's why I put it in there. The man has 2 goals in 22 games, and they were literally undefeated when he wasn't in the lineup, and they were 1-2-1 since he's returned. He misses more opportunities than he creates them. I'm not even upset about it because, again, it's not like they traded everything away for him. It's just, it is what it is. It's not going to work out. It's not good enough. They tried elevating him, putting him in the right position. He thinks it'll be fine. He has no points in 5 shots in his last 4 games. Just soak that in. What are we doing here? More like Vladimir Tarasenko.
Wow. Okay.
I just, that's it. I thought it was funny. But I don't need, I'm over it. If you can move them, great. If you can't, just limit the ice time, I guess. Because I don't think we're going to get the Tarasenko that we wanted to have. I liked the idea. Again, you didn't give up a lot for him. It's fine. It's just gone, unfortunately. So unless he, has an unworldly next few games, I'm over it. I'm fine with moving him for something, maybe, if you can.
Fair. To the box is what I always say. You're underperforming. To the box.
You always say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To the press box.
I know. I understood. Yeah. Take a seat.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
Go back to last season. I was saying bench everybody.
This is true. In October, too. We didn't have to go last season. I think in October, we were all ready to bench everyone.
Yeah, but for me, I was very vocal about it last season. I was like, to the box.
Marcus Johansson to the box. Dan G would like to know, would Minnesota be better off as a wild card? They would more likely face the Pacific winner in the 2/3 of rather than Colorado in the conference finals. This Dan thinks we're going all the way to the conference finals. We kind of touched on it. You want them as a wild card, you said?
I want them as a wild card. As of where things are at right now, you're 3rd, you're playing Colorado.
Right. And 100%.
Unless Colorado does their built different thing like last season, we're not beating Colorado in the first round.
No.
We are not built the way the Avs are. We do not have Nathan McKinnon. We do not have Cale Makar.
Right. And you match up probably okay against the Ducks or Vegas, or I don't even know who's in there.
I would. Edmonton. If I had my pick, Vegas, without a doubt.
Anaheim's scary, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty good right now. I think they have 37 points to Minnesota's 35, in fact.
I feel Vegas's window has closed. We're starting
Really?
to kind of see
But
that.
you're not even a year into the Mitch Marner experience.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the window's closed.
Okay. Your question.
Mm-mm-mm. What is the from Amy? What is the latest with Hunt? Will we see him play or go back on waivers? Also, is Billy still searching for a scorer?
Yes to the scorer search, as Kirsten just mentioned. I'm sure he's scouting not just for Team USA, but other potential trade partners. You have to. I mean, you can't be thrilled with the way the team is playing out. I mean, again, unless Boldy or Kirill are scoring, you don't have anybody else. So you need to find that secondary scoring somewhere. So I imagine Billy G is looking out. I would love to see Damon Hunt, although Zach Bogosian actually hasn't been playing that bad. So for me, it's a numbers game right now as to why Damon Hunt is still there. I don't know. I'm terrible at the rules as far as whether he needs to clear or not, because I think if you put Damon Hunt on waivers, I don't know that he clears because he is good. He's a player that other teams would value and covet. So I think you keep him here until Zach Bogosian kind of starts to fall off, or until, knock on wood, if there's an injury to the blue line, because Damon Hunt is a very serviceable, if not good, defenseman. We saw that in the stints that he was there. I didn't want him to get yanked for Bogosian's return, but I think Zach Bogosian also has played well. I'm not disappointed in his performance so far.
Yeah. No.
So, okay. Urban Champ, Quinn Hughes for 2 firsts, Liam Ogren, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Carson Lambos, and something else probably.
That's a lot. Hefty haul.
But I think you still need to give them another player, a good, like you would have to. Tarasenko doesn't do it for you. Carson Lambos is a defensive prospect.
Yeah, but 2 first-round picks is a lot. And Liam Ogren.
Who hasn't, but right now Liam Ogren's value isn't established.
Yes, and I agree with that, but still, Ogren, in addition to 2 first-round picks, is a freaking lot.
Ryan Hartman. Maybe.
I'm not opposed for the right package getting rid of Hartman, but I'm just saying that's a lot.
You're stacked at the blue line, right? So that would be huge for a team that seems to be very defense oriented.
Yeah, but also if we can't score.
Right. But Quinn Hughes can score, so you have that going for you, right? Like, he's an offensive threat as well as defensive shutdown. Vancouver wants way too much. I'm sure. Like, well, not even way too much, because Quinn Hughes is that guy. Like, that is their guy, right? Like, so I get it. Like, they deserve to put a high value on him, a high price tag. I don't know that's why I don't think Minnesota would entertain.
But also, like, what is our draft stock looking like for upcoming drafts? Like,
right.
I feel like we've given away a lot of future picks, and I feel our scouting team has done a really good job. So our draft is our strong suit. And so that is just something to consider, because I don't feel like we're a team that does well in free agency. We're a team that drafts very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's giving up a lot.
For sure. Okay. You want to do the next one and I'll finish with the last?
I don't even know where we're at. Gene N, putting your GM hats on, what move would you make to help the Wild with face-offs? What assets would you use if available to get someone who can win face-offs?
Tale as old as time, right? Like, Tarasenko, Ogren, Hartman. You could move some wingers, because your wingers aren't exactly that special to deepen you. You're missing Marco Rossi. Not that Marco Rossi has been really incredible at the dot either, but you're feeling that, and it sounds like Rossi's going to be out even longer than originally anticipated. I like Hartman at center. I think he does a good job. Having Nico Sturm back at center has helped with the faceoffs a little bit. But it goes back. It's number one centers aren't everywhere, right? Guys that can win draws aren't everywhere. Mikko Koivu, that was his one strongest thing, is a guy like that. And there are so many different mechanics that go into winning faceoffs. But I would be willing to, move a couple of your wingers. The problem is then again, it's a numbers thing. Now you need a wing to also go up there, because do you move Marco Rossi to wing? Sure, maybe. I like Yurov at wing. Maybe you do that. But I would get rid of some of those wingers in order to find somebody good up the middle, and maybe a pick or two.
Fair.
Final question coming to us from Mike B, Who are we going to trade once we are healthy? It seems like Hartman is maybe the odd man out. Pick up a winger with size and scoring like Sherwood. We had kind of already touched on this, Kirsten. Are you open to trading a Ryan Hartman? I guess would be my biggest question out of that.
Yeah, I'm open to it. I don't know. I just think there's still value we could get, and we haven't seen nearly as much from him this season. But you could still get value for him.
I think Ryan Hartman's a guy that teams want, right? Like he can pack that punch. He's a pest a little bit. He's played smart. His penalty minutes are way, way down. So we love to see that too. It's just an incredible amount of inconsistency from him. And a reminder, like I always do, Ryan Hartman was a first round selection from the Chicago Blackhawks. So, I mean, there's that skill in there and we've seen it on display, just very infrequently, which is the knock on him. So yeah, sure. Okay. And then I've got just 2 buy or sells for you, Kirsten. Buy or sell the idea that the defense is the Wild's identity. As of right now, 26th in goals per game with just 6 goals in their past 4 games and a 2.69 goals scored average. Are they a defensive team and do they just need to commit to that identity?
Buying it because we can't score. And we have the NHL hits leader.
Yeah, got that going.
Buying it.
Yeah, there's the facts right there. It's not sexy, but if you can't score, then that's what you're gonna have to be, I guess.
Gotta have something.
Final buy or sell. Team chemistry is overstated. This team needs accountability more than vibes. Do you buy or sell that we harp too much on the good locker room, as opposed to having an actual leader in there that's going to kind of get mad sometimes? Because I still don't buy the idea that the Jared Spurgeon players only meeting really was like the turning point, because I just can't see Spurgeon yelling at somebody enough to be holding them accountable.
I don't know. I think of Connor McDavid in the Stanley Cup Finals just shutting the door and screaming at the team, and he's a very not angry man. You don't get much emotion like that from him. Yeah. And I think it rallied the team, but they still didn't win the Stanley Cup. So I don't know. I know. And I feel maybe tensions in Edmonton are very high. So I don't know. I think I'm selling it because when you have those low moments, you need the camaraderie to build you up. And I think we've seen that with Minnesota, which led to the November that we had.
Hey, that's fair.
Because I'm part of the team. I'm in the locker room.
Yeah, you are. You know it. I don't know. I'm buying it. Maybe it's because I'm just in this mood where I'm like, I'm over the good feels. Like, I don't want good feels. I want results. You know
what we need? We need a Tortorella behind the bench. Torts. Get him. Bring him in.
Just kill the vibe.
If we really want to be toxic, Pete DeBoer. Bring him in.
How mad would you be if Pete DeBoer got the head coaching job here? Sounds like he doesn't want to get back into coaching. As far as NHL head coaching.
I mean, can you blame the guy? Well, yes, you can blame the guy, so I take that back.
Yeah, make some interesting
All
decisions.
fingers, we point the finger in the mirror and it's pointing back at you.
You're good with these little quips today. I like it.
That's what I bring to the table.
Hey, for you, I'll keep the vibes, all right? Any other locker room situation, they're out. I want results, but you bring the vibes, which is good. That's the vibes of this week's episode of Bardown Beauties. Again, episode 300. Shout out to our friends at Soda Stick, Score North. Don't forget to check out Judd's Hockey Show in our hockey community on Score North. Don't forget to check out that auction as well. And you know what? Make this week a good one. Hockey Hall of Fame this week. Kirsten and I have our outfits all ready. It's going to be grand. We get to say hi to our friend Zach Parisi as well again. So if you haven't checked that episode out last week. Until then, we will see you guys later. Bye. Near.